of Rebirth. They left Central City because they're like, fuck this Godspeed character, because he kills people and we don't like this. And he's the Flash, basically. So fuck this. We're leaving. They leave, and now they're coming back. And it's leading into an arc called Rogues Reloaded with issue 14, which comes out, it's either this week or next week, and I think it'll be pretty good. That's the Flash.
I talked a little bit already about Green Lanterns, which I don't know, I wouldn't call it my top 5 because I'm reading so many good books lately, but it's definitely...
Out of DC, is it your top 5?
Out of DC?
That would be the good question.
I think
Flash is top 5 for me. But...
I think I'm only reading like 5 books from DC.
Pansy!
Sorry. But I would give it like the 3rd slot.
So what's number 1?
So yes, top 5, got it.
It's in my top 5, yeah.
Well, considering he's reading 5, it kind of has to be.
Right.
What's number 1 for you then? If that's
number 1,
yeah.
I know it's only a mini-series, but I'm absolutely in love with Midnighter and Apollo. So good.
For my first foray into the character of Midnighter, it is phenomenal.
Well, I've read all the issues from the previous Midnighter run that happened during the New 52,
Mm-hmm.
but they canceled it before they did Rebirth,
Yep.
and now they have this mini.
But he showed up in Batman and Robin Eternal.
Yeah, he shows up in Batman and Robin Eternal, and he's mentioned in Detective Comics post Rebirth,
Right before
before Midnight and Apollo started.
No, well, yeah, and before Tim Drake
Oh, before that
dies,
whole
doesn't die.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But Midnighter Apollo, so good. It's like a modern gay superhero version of the Greek legend of Orpheus and Eurydice. And for those of you who don't know what that is, you can Google it while shaming your middle school English teacher for not teaching you about Greek mythology, because everyone,
if she's still alive,
or he,
well, middle
He or
school
she.
English teachers are probably really old.
well, I don't know. It
Do
depends.
they teach English in middle school, or is it like all one?
Oh, it's not called English. It's called language arts.
Oh, that's
It's the same thing.
okay.
They give it a longer name. Then you go to high
English.
school and they're like, it's English. What happened to language arts?
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right.
So, Midnighter and Apollo,
Yeah.
since we're on that topic.
Well, no. This is okay. We're gonna end it right now. So, basically, you get kind of a glimpse into what Rebirth is. The one shot, you get both Flash. You get the Titans story arc, and then you get the Flash story arc, and we're going to touch on some other stuff here in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, not here in a minute, but in our next episode.
Yes.
But before we do that, I do want to send out a couple of thanks. I want to thank all the comic guys at Rock Bottom Comics in Columbia, Missouri, for their continued support and assistance in our podcast.
And supplying us junkies.
Yes, absolutely.
They're about
James
to
and
be
Drew.
Supplying me, so yes.
James and Drew specifically, thank you very much. I also want to thank Matt Braun and his Facebook page, Comic Collecting for Everyone. And if you want more of us, we do have a Facebook group. It's called The Comic Boot. Look for us on iTunes and YouTube for The Comic Boot. Just search it. And then we also are, through a friend of mine, Maher, Remy. Mm-hmm. He kind of hooked us up and put us on.
It's called Podcast Republic for you Android users. You just go to the Google Play Store, type in Podcast Republic. It'll pull it right up. You download it. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And you can subscribe to any number of podcasts. I would hope ours would be number 1 on your list. It's fairly easy to
Top
use.
5.
Yeah, it's number 1 on mine. So fairly easy to use. I mean, it's just like using like Spotify or iTunes. It's just the same. But
so we have many outlets. Message us, contact us. We have email contacts that you can send us messages or questions, and
I mean,
we'll be more than happy to answer anything and everything. And we look forward to any kind of feedback. And
if you have arguments, please, by all means, argue with us.
Keep them to yourself because you're wrong.
No.
We want you to, if you have a different opinion, share it.
An opinion is not inherently wrong or right. It's an opinion.
So by that rationale, Donald Trump is right. And we're going to leave it there.
What?
You just argued yourself into a hole. Anyway, thank you for joining us on The Comic Boot. I'm James.
I'm Kaylin.
And I'm Cody.
And we'll talk to you guys next time.